Hello everyone. Welcome to Current Affairs MCQ program. Let's begin with the previous day's practice question first, which was which of the following statement is not correct regarding carbon pricing? Option A, carbon pricing mechanisms link the external cost of emissions to their sources. Option B, under the mechanism, polluters can either reduce their emissions, continue polluting, or invest in cleaner technologies. Option C, carbon pricing helps in reducing carbon emissions by imposing a tax or cap and trade system. And option D, current global carbon pricing mechanisms cover 50% of global CO2 emissions across more than 80 countries. The correct answer is option D. Carbon pricing is an economic strategy that captures the external cost of carbon emissions, such as damage to crops, rising healthcare costs, and property losses due to extreme weather, and links them to their sources. This mechanism shifts the financial burden back to polluters, giving them the choice to either reduce their emissions, continue polluting, and pay for it, or invest in cleaner technologies. Third, government can use three main approaches to price carbon, ensuring emission reduction at the lowest possible societal cost. First is emission trading system, which allows industries to trade emission units. It operates through two mechanisms, cap and trade and baseline and credit. Second, carbon tax. Unlike ETS, carbon tax directly sets a price on carbon emissions by charging a fixed tax per ton of CO2. However, it does not guarantee a specific reduction in emissions, as industries decide whether to cut emissions or pay the tax. Crediting mechanism, which allows GHG reductions from projects to generate carbon credits, which can be sold domestically and internationally for compliance or voluntary mitigation purposes. So the correct answer is option D. Let's begin with today's episode now. Question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding cloudburst. Option A. First, it is an intense rainstorm that results in more than 10 centimeters of rain in less than an hour over a small area. Second, due to their localized nature, cloudbursts are hard to predict or detect. Third, orographic lifting is one of the causes of cloudburst. Match which of the statements given above is/are correct. Option A, first and second only. Option B, second and third only. Option C, first and third only. And option D, first, second and third. The correct answer is option D. A cloudburst is a sudden intense rainstorm that results in more than 10 centimeters of rain in less than an hour over a small area, approximately 10 kilometers square. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Due to their localized nature, cloudbursts are hard to predict or detect but can unleash sudden devastating rainfall leading to flash floods and landslides. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Causes orographic lifting. It occurs when moist air is forced to rise over a mountain range. As the air ascends, it cools and condenses, resulting in heavy rainfalls. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Strong upward air currents can cause raindrops to grow larger before they fall. When these currents weaken, the accumulated raindrops fall suddenly, leading to intense rainfall. Third, monsoon dynamics. In the Indian subcontinent, a cloudburst typically occurs when a monsoon cloud moves northwards from the Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea, crosses the plains, and reaches the Himalayas, releasing rainfall of up to 75 millimeters per hour. So the correct answer is option D. Question number 2. Consider the following. Change in stocks. First, change in stocks. Second, net acquisition of valuables such as gold and gems. Third, purchase of government bonds and securities. Which of the above mentioned are included under the gross capital formation, which is GCF? Option A, first and second only. Option B, second and third only. Option C, first and third only. Option D, first, second and third. The correct answer is option A. Gross capital formation includes change in stocks, which is inventories, net acquisition of valuables, which is items like gold, gems and precious stones, etc. GFCF includes investments in infrastructure, machinery and other durable assets that contribute to long-term economic growth. Purchases of financial assets like bonds and securities are not included in GCF as they do not create new physical capital or contribute directly to the production in the economy. They represent ownership of existing claims, not formation of capital. So the correct answer is option A. Question number 3. With reference to farmers producer organization, consider the following statements. First, its promotion is supported by Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium. Second, it is inspired by YK ALGA's recommendation 2002 to amend the Companies Act 1956. Third, FPOs can be registered under the Companies Act 2013, the Societies Registration Act 1860, or as public trust under the Indian Trust Act 1882. How many of these statements given above is / are correct? Option A, one only. Patch. Option A, only one. Option B, only two. Option C, all three. And option D, none. The correct answer is option C. Farmers Producer Organization is a type of producer organization with farmers as its members, and its promotion is supported by the Small Farmers Agri-Business Consortium. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The FPOs came into existence in 2008, inspired by economist Y.K. Alga's recommendation 2002 to amend the Companies Act 1956. Hence, statement 2 is correct. FPOs can be registered under the Companies Act 2013, the Societies Registration Act 1860, or as public trust under the Indian Trust Act 1882. Hence, statement 3 is correct. So, the correct answer is option C. Question number 4. Consider the following pairs regarding electronic interference techniques. First, jamming, flooding receivers with noise. Second, spoofing, sending false location data. Third, macking, rebroadcasting delayed or altered signals. How many of the above pairs are correctly matched? Option A, only one. Option B, only two. Option C, all three. And option D, none. The correct answer is option C, electronic interference techniques. Jamming involves overwhelming receivers with noise signals to disrupt communication or detection. Example, radar jamming is military operations to block enemy surveillance. Spoofing sends false GPS or data signals to deceive navigation or tracking systems. Example, fooling drone navigation systems by feeding them fake coordinators. Third, macking captures legitimate navigation signals and retransmits them with delays to mislead. Example, misleading aircraft's navigation by altering the timing of GPS signals. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question number 5. Which of the following statements correctly describes the International Organization of Securities Commissions? Option A, it is the global authority on securities regulation and brings together regulators from various countries to set global standards for securities markets. Option B, it is responsible for coordinating financial stability measures across major central banks and overseeing global currency markets. Option C, it creates regulations for international insurance markets and defines global standards for pension fund management. Option D, it promotes the development of global investment funds and harmonizes regulations for cross-border securities trading. The correct answer is option A. International Organization of Securities Commissions is the international organization that brings together the world securities regulators covering more than 95% of the world's securities market and is the global standard setter for the securities sector. It works closely with G20 and the Financial Stability Board in setting up the standards for strengthening the securities market. The FSB is an international body that monitors and makes recommendations about the global financial system. The IOSCO objectives and principles of securities regulation have been endorsed by FSB as one of the key standards for sound financial systems. OSCO's enforcement role extends to matters of interpretation of international financial reporting standards, where IOSCO maintains a confidential database of enforcement actions taken by member agencies. The correct answer is option A. Question number 6. Tariff circumvention can be best described as option A, imposing temporary tariffs during trade disputes. Option B, deliberately altering the origin, classification or routing of goods to avoid paying tariffs. Option C, relocating industries abroad to bypass high tariffs in the domestic market. And option D, increasing tariff rates to counter dumping practices. The correct answer is option B. Tariff circumvention involves tactics such as transshipment, where goods are routed through a third country to exploit lower tariffs. For example, Chinese goods sent via Asian nations. It can also include misclassification, which means declaring high tariff items under low tariff HS codes, and minor processing, where negligible value is added in a low tariff country to claim a change in origin. So the correct answer is option B. Question number 7. Consider the following recommendations. First, It proposed 4% average annual inflation in the wholesale price index. Second, recommended market-driven government borrowing and an active government securities market to reduce reliance on RBI funding. Third, advocated monetary targeting, which is ME money supply control to manage inflation. Which one of the following committees made the above mentioned recommendations? Option A, Narsimham Committee. Option B, Chakrabarti Committee. Option C, Raghuram Rajan Committee. And option D, Urjit Patel Committee. The correct answer is option B, Chakrabarti Committee 1982 to 1985. It was set up by then RBI Governor Manmohan Singh under Sukhamoy Chakrabarti to review monetary policy. Its recommendations included emphasized price stability as a core objective of monetary policy, proposed 4% average annual inflation in the wholesale price index to balance economic priorities, recommended market-driven government borrowing and an active government securities market to reduce reliance on RBI funding, advocated monetary targeting to manage inflation, M is equal to M1 plus net time deposits of commercial banks. So the correct answer is option B. Question number 8. Which of the following best describes the term solifluction? Option A, rapid downslope movement of rock fragments due to gravity. Option B, slow viscous flow of water saturated soil over impermeable layers in cold climates. Option C, sudden collapse of loose sediments triggered by earthquakes. Option D, wind-driven transport of sand particles in deserts. The correct answer is option B. Solifluction is the slow downhill movement of water-saturated soil or regolith over an impermeable layer, usually occurring in cold climates with seasonal freeze-thaw cycles. It is found in cold regions such as Alaska, Siberia, and the Himalayas. It requires saturated ground from melting snow or ice above an impermeable frozen layer. It is distinct from landslides, which are faster, and soil creep, which is drier and slower. So the correct answer is option B. Question number 9. With reference to special intensive revision, consider the following statements. First, it is a voter's verification process to update and correct electoral rolls before elections. Second, the Representation of the People's Act 1951 empowers the Election Commission of India to conduct such revisions. Third, its constitutional basis lies in Article 324, which gives the ECI power to supervise the preparation of electoral rolls and conduct the elections. Which of the statements given above is /R correct? Option A, first and second only. Option B, second and third only. Option C, first and third only. And option D, first, second and third. The correct answer is option C. Special intensive revision is a time-bound voter verification drive where booth-level officers update electoral rolls, ensuring an accurate, inclusive and error-free voters list via registrations, deletions and modifications. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Representations of People's Act 1950 empowers the Election Commission of India to prepare and revise electoral rolls, including special revisions, and mandates the rolls be prepared by the qualifying date and take effect after final publication as per the rules. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Article 324 grants the ECI the authority to supervise and control the preparation of electoral rolls and the conduct of elections. Hence, statement 3 is correct. So, the correct answer is option C. Question number 10. How many of the following groups of islands constitute as archipelago? First, Philippines. Second, Hawaiian Islands. Third, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Fourth, Lakshadweep Islands. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Option A, only 1. Option B, only 2. Option C, only 3. And option D, all 4. The correct answer is option D. An archipelago is a group or chain of closely scattered islands clustered together in a sea or ocean. The Philippines, located between the South China Sea and the Pacific Ocean, is an archipelago where the two largest islands, Luzon and Mindanao, account for 2/3 of its total land area. The Hawaiian Islands are archipelago spread across a vast area of North Pacific Ocean comprising 132 islands, atolls, reefs, shallow banks, shoals, and seamounts. The Andaman and the Nicobar Islands form the largest archipelago system in the Bay of Bengal, arranged in a crescent-shaped chain patch stretching from Cape Negrias in Myanmar to the Banda Arc of Sumatra, Indonesia. Lakshadweep, India's smallest union territory, is an archipelago of 36 islands comprising 12 atolls, 3 reefs, 5 submerged banks, and 10 inhabited islands. So the correct answer is option D. It's the time for practice question. Which of the following statement is not correct regarding the International Court of Justice? Option A, established in 1945. It is the principal judicial organ of the United Nations. B, it can prosecute individuals from international crimes like genocide and war crimes. Option C, it is headquartered in The Hague, Netherlands, and its official languages are English and French. And option D, its judgments in disputes between states are final and binding with no appeal. Pin down your answers in the comment section below.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.